Okay, creative energy, stagnant energy. Let's talk about it. I get a lot of questions about creative blocks, not feeling the creative energy to work on your projects, work on your artwork, to really do anything, motivation to do anything in general. I go through the same thing. I go through creative blocks with my own artwork, with my films, my scripts, my songs. When I get into creative blocks, I see that it has to do with this relationship between input and output. Input being the things that we're taking in, the things that we're consuming, the things that we're experiencing, the activities that we engage in throughout the day, and then output, the things that we put out into the world. So that's the work, that's the artwork, those are the projects, the things that we're creating, things that we're making. And so if something's off with our output, the creative energy, the energy that we need to have good output, to have a good workflow with our projects and to feel motivated to work on it, if there's something off with the output, there's probably something off with the input. Something's off with the things that we're taking in. And this thing, the phone, right? And the phone could even, in the poetry of life itself, the phone could be this metaphor in a way for so many other, distractions and temptations and things that we indulge in. But let's look at the phone specifically, right? This device that we impulsively grab. Why do we impulsively grab it? There's always a reason for it. We are grabbing it because there's a craving, there's an itch, right? There's something that we want to experience. There's some kind of void that we're trying to fill. With the phone, with other things. The reason why the phone is, I think, the number one thing that we go to is because of that stimulation that it gives us. Specifically the stimulation from something like doom scrolling, right? You think about the senses, you think about sight, you think about what you're hearing. When you're watching these visuals, when you're hearing, and I talk about a lot about this on my channel, sensitivity for artists are everything, right? So overstimulation from the phone, that's going to affect our creative energy. When our input is being overdrived by all these visuals and everything that we're hearing, and how that's also crossing over into the boundary of smelling, of taste, of feeling, because it's a full body really illusion. That's the reason why we jolt during horror films. Right? It's because our body feels like the threat is real. So when we're on the phone, we're taking in all these things, all these visuals. That has given us a stimulation, not necessarily a healthy stimulation, but that's given us a stimulation that we're looking for. And so it's filling that void, but how do we fill that void in a healthy way? So where I'm at right now, right, this is the thing that's being replicated through our devices. If this is virtual reality, then this is reality. This is some kind of technological hyperextension of the world that we actually live in. So being here now in nature, outside, somewhere quiet, that is the foundation that you build for yourself. At the start of the day, go outside, you're still. Remember, senses are everything for us as artists. Senses are everything. Our sensitivity is our superpower. If we don't have control over that, then we don't have control over our work. So taking back control, what do you see? What do I say? I see the sun. I see the sun illuminating the leaves. I see the mist. I see the slugs on this log. There's a whole family of them. I smell dirt, rain. I hear the birds. I heard a woodpecker before. That was awesome. I hear people talking from down there. I feel the roughness of this log under me, this tree. I can taste the rain as well. All of this is just me being in tune with my own sensitivity. The mindlessness of being out of touch with that overall throughout the day, I think, is a result of why we do fall into our impulses. And one of the great rewards of doing this in the morning, establishing this calm foundation with your surroundings, stillness is this key, this stillness of just being here, being present, which actually I want to bring it over to Tommy somewhere else to talk about this more. I was at the beach the other day watching the waves crash onto the rocks, and as I'm watching, I notice how this rock is completely still and the wave is coming to it. The waves keep going to the rocks. The waves keep crashing over the rocks, and the rocks aren't doing anything. They're just being still. They're just staying where they were made. They're just staying where they're meant to be. And the waves are always coming, and I feel like the mind in its natural state is pure genius, and the ideas are always going to come. The waves are always going to come. That never stops. That's always happening. It's about us tapping into that stillness, that rock, and just being open to receive and feel the wave that's coming. If you let go, then it comes to you. It's about returning to that default setting of the mind. And I feel like it goes deeper than just art. God will give you everything that you need. Guaranteed, the waves come effortlessly. But don't feel like you have to force yourself to think about anything specific. Don't feel like you have to force yourself to go on a tangent, on a thought tangent. That's trying to force or chase the wave. The wave is already coming. So there's a great power in just sitting there in nature, returning to stillness and allowing the waves to crash over. That's like ideas, creativity, God. It's limitless. It's limitless. The wave is always coming. As an artist, this has to do with our creative energy, our sensitivity, our impulses, input and output, but also just being still. Those are where the ideas are found. But if we're flooding, overstimulating our minds with all of these things, all of these distractions, all of these sensory activities that aren't necessarily healthy for us, that's going to affect our creative flow and the ideas that we become sensitive to. Again, sensitivity is being hijacked by the things that we indulge into. So come out in the morning, be still, be here, set that foundation for yourself for the rest of the day. If your output is off, something is wrong with your input. So be conscious of that, take control back of that, and you're going to notice a shift in your creative energy, in the energy that you feel to work on your projects. And again, I talk about this a good amount on my channel, but I hope that this video offered something new on it. I hope you resonated with it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos like these. Let me know what other topics you want me to explore. Check out my Patreon for exclusive content, the Discord, as well as blogs that I do on my website. You can subscribe to that newsletter. But take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Do this. If it's the morning, go outside now, be still. Even if it's not, go outside and be still. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.